What's up, guys? It's a Monday night and I'm here. I could actually dress up and go out and get some free drink, free dinner right now with all different type of people because I think I'm not that ugly. But you know what? I feel like actually I just got back from the Thai restaurants and pay my own food because I just feel like it's just not me that do that. And especially I grew up in a family that kind of like really religious, especially Catholic, and a culture that's super taboo, actually, like family to talk about sex. But today, this video is really off topic, which I actually never shares anything about my dating life, my love life. You will always hear about finance and careers and money and all that stuff, but today it will be a whole different topics that you never heard before. So if this video is actually longer than 15 minutes because Instagram gonna cut it off, then if you're curious to the rest of the story, you can actually slide into my YouTube and watch the rest. But anyhow, so right now it's actually beginning of November 2025, and I would say there's something happened to me 2 weeks ago that happened to me 10 years ago. And the reason of me even sitting here to talk about this right now is having a lot of balls, I would say, to even speak up, because for me, I don't give a fuck anymore. I grew up, I'm mature now, I'm over 30s right now, so I would say that I'm super aware of what I'm talking about. At the same time, I'm so healed and so grown to the point that right now everything I do in life, it's either help people to grow, overcome their mental health problems, or whatsoever, because that's just my purpose. So some of you will have the intentions or always questions about my motive, because let me tell you, I grew up in a difficult family that really violent. I do see my parents always argue about money and all that stuff. I might have a little bit of emotion, but it just did not blend, but I would keep it low-key. Anyhow, this freaking camera doesn't have collaborate. Cannot speak. Anyhow, so technically I always have that insecure in myself, but somehow there's another side of me that always want to be the best version of my life and try to get out from that situation. So internally I'm super depressed back then, but this side, probably the Android side, that God protected me to really told me that you gotta be strong, you gotta be super fucking strong in order to get out from your situations. So for that, I see everything. I saw my parents being violent. My dad always hit my mom and all that stuff. And you know, growing up as a kid, you never actually have a choice to choose your parents, and because you're so young, you cannot even get out from it because you don't have a freaking money, so you have to do whatever. And my whole life before coming to America, going through a lot of depressions, and I don't talk to anyone. I always actually focus on school and whatever to actually get me out of that situations. And one of the biggest reasons for me to even left to America, because my family, I didn't really want to live there, to be honest with you, because I don't want to see them like that. And even like, you know, they broke, they poor, they just never actually a happy family. But I grew up, I got raised by my grandma, and she's always a lovable person. She taught me a lot, so I have a little bit old soul because of that. I didn't get raised by my mom because she works so much. We never have a vacation together, so that technically I think a little bit differently compared to my friends at my younger age. But anyhow, so I always have the kind of attitude that I have zero fuck about fake friends, or the type of person that, you know, hating on each other, jealousy, for that. And even for dating life, because of what happened to my parents, my family, I always told myself that, you know, I have to choose a good guy. maybe even though I have a good standard, but sometimes I don't know how to actually deliver that way to protect myself. And especially living in Vietnam, I grew up, I have a lot of friends, community, connections, so sometimes I can get fucked up by guys, but it took me a quite a longer time to really recover because what happened to me. And I moved to America, right? I moved here at the age of 21. What happened to me before when I was in Vietnam, it's a lot of stuff, but anyway, it's like I came from an entertainment industry. There's a lot of people actually want to sleep with me, even pilots when I was 18, 16 or so, pilot, and I almost get like trying human trafficking, and a lot of shitty stuff happened over there, but it's get me a little bit traumatized. So, but at least I know how to get out from it. At least I say no. At least I wasn't a victim of any of that, because I have my friends, my family. But moving to America, it was a bit different. A different culture, different environment, also different states, a different, dating culture. And I didn't know anyone here, and especially I remember the first year. So this is what happened that I was trying to mention, that I went to school in Florida for a year for it's like continuing producer at my media productions back in Vietnam. So I didn't know anyone. I mean, I have friends, but I didn't date anyone for like a full year, right? So maybe around December, like Christmas, holidays time, this guy actually slid into my Facebook. I don't even know. But yeah, probably Instagram wasn't really popular back then. It's like 10 years ago. Anyhow, so he picked me up. We just talked a little bit. He's cute. And he picked me up. I just have intention to make friends and like really get to know him. But he actually drove me to his place. It was scary because I always actually tend to meet people in public, even in Vietnam. I will never go to any guy house because my parents, my mom, my family will not allow that kind of happen. But here, he picked me up. I don't have a car. I don't have anyone to actually talk to. Probably my friends. I didn't talk to them that much because I wasn't that close to them. But yeah, he drove me to his place. I was like, why are we going to your room? But his mom was actually at home, so I say hi to his mom. We hang out a little bit. I was really scared. To be honest with you, that was the first time I actually go and hang out with a guy in America, right? And then later we kind of talk. I'm just like nervous at the same time. He seemed like sweet guy, all that stuff. But then, let me tell you, I did not want to have sex with him. And he actually forced me, did not let me move. I was in the bed, couldn't move at all. I would say no, but he was pull my hand down to actually have sex with me. I couldn't even like yell or anything like that, but it's like I give up. I was really scared. I was paranoid, and I was shaking. But I did not. It was so embarrassing. I couldn't even yell because I was frozen. My body was frozen. I mean, he's fucking hot, okay? Not gonna lie. Like, he was hot, he was cute. He's half Chinese and half Dutch, whatever. He was type of my guy. But it's like, I have no intention to have sex with him the first time. And especially coming from Vietnam, this is such a taboo thing to do from the first time anyway. And I got so depressed after leaving that house, that place, because he drove me back. I actually have to sleep over there because he didn't want to drive me back. And it's like, but the thing is, he's like trying to really sweet to me after. So I think maybe even though I didn't want to have sex with him, but maybe it's like because he wanted to become my boyfriend whatsoever. But those kind of topic never actually come up to even talk about, like, we're gonna be a thing. And especially for me, I'm not gonna have sex with anyone if they're not my boyfriend, or even like into a relationship. So I was really confused. I came from a whole different culture, and it was really a shock. And I was just like hoping that we're gonna be something. And I think most of the time he just used me for sex, right? So I was super confused. At the same time, I still have a lot of stuff with my parents back home, so I still have to listen to my mom whenever she called me about my dad. So now it's like two things, in school and, you know, loneliness. When I just moved to America, and when I moved to a new place, I was crying. So it's like meeting this guy, it's like, oh, you know, now I have someone to like me. But at the same time, that is another add-on. So I actually went to therapist, and I almost got pregnant for, you know, because he would just reach out to me whenever he wants. So I would just have, it's like a feeling that we just not gonna become anyone. But it's like because I was so lonely and did not talk to anyone else, even though, you know, a lot of guys like me, but if I don't like that person, I'm not gonna talk to them. So that kind of mentality of keeping me, just keep this guy hanging around with actually knowing how to refuse. I'm like, I don't want to hang out with you, blah blah blah. And it's become addicted, right? So but later when that happens, that he actually gave me like pills to drink, because, you know, afraid to get pregnant. So I have to go to, you know, the school, they have like a healthcare or whatever at school, clinic I would say, to test. I wasn't sure, I cannot remember if it's happened or not, but I have to drink, you know, birth controls and all of that, and it's actually changing my mood to the point that I was really moody. I would cry, I was laughing, I was up and down. And later I have to come to therapist because he was like that with me for like half year, right? I couldn't even get out and tell anyone, first of all because I was scared, and also I just moved to America. I don't know who else should I talk to. So that was kind of lack of resources from my end. But later, when I was really, I think I spoke to the school after a therapist. I was like, I just told them what happened, and they actually sent me to another department and then asked me if I want to actually put him on a Title IX, which is, I have to do research about what is the Title IX about, but it's basically, it's like some type of program that protect you to make that guy stay away from you, to not disturbing you. And you know, you can do actually research about Title IX and protecting women. So yeah, I was going through a lot of mental health back in 2015, which is 10 years ago, about this problems. Even though I do like him, but then at the same time, I did not consent about what happened, right? I couldn't cut him off because he just keep contacting me. I can block him, but at the same time, I didn't really know if it's anything gonna harm me because he know my place. He didn't do anything, you know, like really hurt my feeling or actually like harm me physically, but that's just mentality, right? So after that, I kind of stopped dating for like 3 years, and you know, it's like a lot of stuff after later on for so after that, I left America. I went back to Vietnam. I didn't have the time to even think about what happened, but it was like, you know what, I have to overcome what happened to me, and I heal after talking to therapist a little bit, but I was putting myself out of the dating scene for a long time. And then moving back to America in 2016, I recommended someone to actually go home to change her status for a student visa, and she didn't listen to me. And then she actually did a fake marry back then to marry this guy, just actually staying in fucking America. So now, later, my friend actually texted me. I remember when I moved back to America, I live in Dallas, right? And he texted me 3 a.m. in the morning. I was just barely woke up or actually get back from work. It's like, dude, this girl that came from the same program with us, she just got killed. This is the article. I was in shock. I was in denial because I was literally talking to her. I talked to her a month ago before that happened, and now I feel like I was really involved. And you know, it's just like adding up so much stuff. She got killed, and when the police found her body, was actually in the Bay Area, in somewhere up north of San Francisco, and when they found her body, it was the skeleton. I was like, hell no. There's no way I'm gonna do fake marry, because I can actually achieve my goals here in America doing my own things by going to school, get a good grade, and get a job in different routes. I don't want to do fake marry, and that's always my thing. I always really actually strong with the guys. I'm super selective, but at the same time, sometimes it's get fucked up mentality. And that, because of that, I was like, I would never, ever do that route. So I went to school for 3 years, and that happened. I didn't go out dating for like a long period of time, for at least 3 years, right? But I'm like, damn, I feel like 3 years living here, because I was so focusing on school, I was really actually shy, or don't even know how to socialize with men anymore, or guy. So I did download dating app. Oh, backtrack. Because of that guy happened to me in 2015, I did a research about hookup culture in America. We don't have that kind of shit in Vietnam, okay? Maybe they do, but I wasn't aware. I wasn't having any intention to do hookup, dating multiple, or actually have sex for fun, because I do not have sex with people randomly if they're not my boyfriend, right? So I did a research about hookup culture in America for my English class, 1301. I remember exactly. I was like, I don't know what to write. Maybe this would be a great topic for me to kind of learn, research, and also understand about American culture. And let me tell you guys are fucked up, okay? You guys have a totally different culture from what we have, and it's just so confusing for me. It's like from Vietnam. I don't know how about different countries, but for me, maybe where I grew up, my family, I just cannot accept this type of culture, or at least back then. I was like, why you guys even have friends with benefits, or hook up, dating multiple people, blah blah blah. For us, we just monogamy, right? One wife, one husband. Maybe that's me, like I said. So I was really shocked, and now I know about dating app because of the research. I'm like, I know about Tinder. I think Tinder was really big back then. And I downloaded Tinder to actually even do research for my class. I actually went out with a lot of guys, but not a lot, but at least like selective. They didn't do anything to me. Like, they was super sweet. They took out me for dinner. I think I paid for my dinner, or they pay, but I was offered to pay, but they like let me pay. But there's one guy I met actually from the church, from my school. He liked me. But then, he took me out dinner at the Vietnamese restaurants where I didn't work before, but later, yes. And then later, he actually sitting in the parking lot, he told me he like trying to get me to have sex with him. I'm like, no. At least he didn't do anything crazy to me, thanks God. But I was able to actually say, no, I'm not feel comfortable. I'm not gonna have sex with you. I left and I blocked his ass. Because I have the ability to actually run away, because I was in his car, not at his house, or being trapped at somewhere that I didn't want to be. So anyhow, so that's how I know more about the dating culture, the hookup cultures. I'm like, fuck this. I never sign up for this. So yeah, but later, it's like 2019 or maybe 2018, I was kind of lonely a little bit. I'm like, you know what, I should actually download dating app to kind of like looking for someone. But let me tell you something. Majority of my friends, or not majority, some of my friends that older than me, they was like, oh my god, just go out meeting this guy, get free dinner. I was like, I have no intention to get free dinner with a guy that I'm not even attracted to begin with, right? I'm not that ugly, maybe like not like fucking hot, but at the same time, I just have no time for free dinner. I don't know, I never understand about that concept. I guess I should do it, but at the same time, I don't feel good doing that. I just don't want to hurt the other guys and, like wasting time, go with them dinner and try and like touching me, or go out with the guy that I'm not even attracted with. No. So those kind of definition is never in my dictionary. And then I think I did went out with some guy back in 2019 at the bar after I actually like working in downtown Dallas. And yeah, the same shit happened. Then he just want to hook up, and I think because I haven't even like done anything for a long time. I was like, should I or should I not? Or I don't really want it, but I really like the guy. So the same thing. He took me back to his place. We did have sex, right? But at least now I do aware that I do need to actually let it out because it has been 3 years. So, I don't like him. So that's the reason why, I was like agree to that happen. So we meet it again. And then at the second time, he actually took me back to his place. I do found another bra that actually was on the floor. I was like, whose bra is this? And he was like, oh, that wasn't yours? I'm like, fuck no. My boob is like flat like an iron. How do I have this kind of big bra? So because of that, I was like, you know what? No. So he dropped me off his place. I never talked to him again. It's like, what? So that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm so done. And I just go back to my normal life and focusing on school, trying to finish my degree. I was running a lot of stuff, trying to get full ride scholarship, paying for my school, 2 jobs, and all these responsibility. I have no time for that because like you gotta get me headed. And then 2020 came. I moved to California. This is a whole different state, right? Let me see if I went out dating or not. No, I did not go out dating. But when I moved to LA in 2020, I did download dating app. And I saw like, okay, it's about the time now. I don't have school anymore. I can actually focus and maybe, I learn from my lessons right now. Just go out and really being picky. So I think I download Bumble, whatsoever, and Hinge. Yeah. I went out with one guy. He was musicians. I think, yeah, with just that guy, and we've been talking for like months, and yeah, I think we did get intimate, I guess, because we just and him were like one-on-one. He even met my friends. My friend met him, but back then I wasn't really have it's like selective in guy that is like, okay, you have to be successful in order to go out with me, because I was still working on my way up, right? I just let him move. He was a musician, but also does bartending at the Din Tai Fung in Westfield, and yeah, I do have attractions, right? So he brought me flowers, really sweet, really Leo. So but I think later we just did not work out because I was really have something happen to my life. But then I think either I call him or something like that, and he did not pick up the phone. And for some reason later he told me like, oh, we're not even in relationship, which we already been dating for like 2 or 3 months. I was like, what just happened now? I was like shocked. I was like, wow. So these guys just trying to get me in bed with them, but have no intention to make me become their girlfriend or even say that we are dating. So I was like, then what the fuck I'm wasting my time with you for, right? So I stopped dating, and then also I moved from LA to the Bay Area. Yeah, I went out with different guys, but I have no physical attraction with them or anything that I'm really happy with. So I just don't like the fact of guy like try to touch and all that stuff from the first date. I even actually offer a guy like, let's split the bill. I'm gonna pay for my part. But he's like, let me pay. I'm like, it's okay, I'm gonna pay for mine. I mean, it's like for me, I never actually letting any guys pay, but later I think I recognize, I'm like, okay, the guy should pay for the meal. But yeah, so technically I went out with a couple guys, but then none of them actually worked because either I don't feel attracted to them, or I'm just became more picky and pickier. So I remember I dated with this guy. He took me out for a coffee date at the park, right? And he worked in finance, whatever, in San Francisco. I think I downloaded another dating app, the League, whatever. I do talk to a guy on the phone with video calls before meeting, but it just didn't work out. So this guy went on a coffee date, and in my silly head, we even went out for a coffee day because I was like, oh, maybe the guy don't want to waste time, so I'm okay, go out, meet coffee day, so it's quicker, we don't have to dress up. But then he would, first of all, he would cheat. And second, later, when he was sitting there, he was like, do you want to go back to my place? And blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I'm good, thank you. I have no intention to go back to your place to, like, do whatsoever. So it's become a pattern for me. I'm like, whenever the guy always asks you to go back to that place, they just want one thing. And I said, you know, so I was like, I'm just give up on love. And I would just stop dating, just on and off like that. And then when I moved back to San Francisco from taking a month off and stay in Dallas, I went back and I matched with this guy. He's French and he's not that tall, he's not that cute, but he was cute enough for me. I don't so successful, right? Not successful, but it's like have a good career. Because after that happened to that musician guy, he wasn't like financially stable, you know. He actually, after COVID, he went back to sleep with, he went back to live with his mom and whatever back on the East Coast. So I was like, I'm already dropped my standard for you and this is what you treating me? Anyhow, let's go back to the guy in San Francisco. So he actually worked for Apple, right? Super successful, he has his own house. And the thing is, he was really sweet. He picked me up my place. We went out to get food. We went to the hills, talk, and we have really good conversations. And really, you know, he even brought food for me or some type of snack, whatever, for a picnic day. It was so cute, romantic. Like, French, you guys are so romantic. And then, yeah, I went back. Nothing, no touching. I'm like, okay, I like that. And that's always actually what I expected to. So later on, the same thing. I was asking him, what you looking for? He's like, I'm not looking for anything serious right now because I just got out from a serious relationship. I'm like, oh, okay, but I do. So how's that gonna work? I don't even know. I didn't know how to actually like tell him, because probably I do like him a little bit. But also for women, you know, it's like, oh, maybe he gonna change. He gonna, you know, a little bit different because he liked me. He wanna change whatever he looking for right now. So you was hoping. Girl, let me tell you, they're not gonna change, because if I told you that they're not looking for a serious relationship, whatever you do, they're not gonna change that unless it's like, you know, they become in love or do they want to get married. So that's just another lesson I learned, because I think it's like, we went back to his place, we watched movie. He wasn't aggressive in trying to get me whatever whatsoever, but we did talk, right? But I just feel so uncomfortable actually sitting there watching movie. I just want to go home. But things happened. Like we did, but I didn't feel good. I didn't feel emotionally connected with him because he wasn't looking for what I was looking for. And at the same time, I got stuck. But I think we do at least have sex with consent. Like I do agree, but mentally I wasn't there. You know, it's like I really actually looking for a serious relationship with this guy. Or whatever the fuck happened to me, I just never met a good guy that actually like want to have a serious relationship with me. So I was so disappointed about myself, and I was so into him, right? Even though he didn't want anything, he just wanted sex, he just wanted to have fun, he just wanted to explore. I'm still there. So now I feel like I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm like, why don't you really get your shit together and get out from this? Tell him no. You know why? Because probably I was really lonely here in America. I don't have family, I don't have anyone, and I was kind of lack of love when I'm growing up. So when these guys kind of showed me a little bit about like these type of affectionate and, you know, sweet talk, and I was just really easy to fall into their whatever they told me. So that's how it is. Usually whenever I stop dating anyone, I was have to think about them for at least a few months. But then I left San Francisco because dude was have no intention to be serious. I'm like, you know what? I have to respect myself. I'm gonna cut them off. So that's why I left San Francisco. Dude couldn't get out. Actually, check my Instagram for at least half year because I left. I'm like, if you don't want a serious relationship, I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here for you to play around with me, my time and my energy, and my emotions or mental health, right? So I moved back to Orange County because I decided to take a break. I was also broke. You know, COVID, I couldn't make money that much. So someone actually later, it's like I didn't date for like at least 7 months or maybe 6 months. Someone from my workplace, I'm like, I'm gonna introduce you to this guy. He's always looking for a serious relationship, blah blah blah, good guy, good job. So I'm like, okay. They actually link us up at the dinner or at the lunch in Vietnamese restaurants. We did talk, we did vibe, and yeah, he was really sweet to me, you know, at the beginning. So I do really like him. He was like, when he took me to a party, he watched out for me. He never actually looked at the other girls. You know, it's just really like lovely relationship. But then later, so a lot of things starting happening, and then either it's from my fault or his problems. For some reason, we didn't really match after 2 months, and he was the one who actually broke up with me. Okay. Usually I was the one who break up with most of the guy, but he was the one who break up with me. He has his own problem. He yelled at me. He used to date this girl that was Vietnamese, and when I was like having a little bit problems with him, he told me like, I'm not gonna be there for you, insecure. But then at the same time, you know, I was really there for him when he lost his job or transitions. I even bought him food. I even like brought to his place. We spent time together. We slept together, and you know, I do really like him genuinely. But I think he has a little bit, whatever happens, or still have the relationship with his ex, and she still brought him a gift for his birthday, and he had a certain behavior that kind of like make me feel really not mentally, I would say, I don't know how to explain it, like didn't treat me right. He was throw his wallets in public because I was saying something that I didn't even aware of that he was mad at me, because I think it's like I just gossip with the other women at my workplace, or actually the lady that actually kind of matched me with him. But I would share with her the perspective of me. It was like hoping that he get better jobs and all that stuff. But I think that they told that guy, and now he's like, you're not the person that you was like that. Anyhow, so he made me cry in public in Laguna Beach. He stole the wallets, got me so embarrassed. And then even before my birthday, on my birthday actually, he drove me to Griffith Observatory from Orange County, and he was joking something about my skirt, because I was wearing a white skirt. He was saying something. I was also a sensitive person, emotional person, and he was saying something that would make me feel so uncomfortable, especially in public, and then, you know, trying to make people laugh or, you know, get my attention. So I told him the call I wasn't happy with what he said. So he cried, I cried, and later it's like we went to eat at Thai restaurants in Orange County, and he took me there. You know, I love Thai food, and like most of the guy here are white guy, like you guys don't even know how authentic the food is, right? So he was asking like, how's the food? I was like, oh, it's really good, but it's not that authentic. He was gaslighting me, saying some such thing that it's like, you told me you from a poor family and blah blah blah, and now you's like, why you like this? And now it's already, he made me cry from the beginning, right? From my before drawing me back to eat this way, and now he says something again that non-stop, and I was like about to cry again, and then he was like, oh my god, I'm just joking, right? So it's a lot of things from this guy. I think he has his own problems about whatever, his own issues. So we just didn't match, and then but it's put me into a mental issues for her, like at least I thought I was the problems, right? So I talked to the therapist, I commit myself, I'm not gonna date any guy anymore for like 2 years to get my shit together, to get out from mental problems or insecure, whatever he said that I have. So I reached out to a therapist. I promised myself I'm not gonna like date any guy until I get my finance in order, all that stuff, to not rely on a guy. So I was building and put my head down to like learn, become life coach, because I had achieved anything in my life, career, finance. I always achieve those kind of goals, but it's like dating life, it's just not, love life, it's just not on my list. I just couldn't able to actually achieve what I supposed to achieve. So technically, I stopped dating since the end of 2021. And also, do you know the reason why? I feel like he wasn't right for me, because when I was trying to go back to fit him, or actually going to fit him, not go back, going apply for fit him, he's like, what you need to go to school for? I'm like, because I have to. Not because I want to, but I have to in my situations back then. At the same time, I need to make connection with people. He's like, you don't need to make connection with those people. I'm like, you're not giving me the things that I should be here in America, so I have to do for myself. If you're not here supporting me, why you say such thing, you know? And to see a partner that not supporting you financially or even like career-wise, it's already fucked up. So that's the reason why it didn't work out between us later. It's just like so bad. And yeah, I was going through a lot of mental problems or therapy for a long time, or maybe like a year, to really improve. I'm like, okay, if something wrong about me, I keep repeating meeting these guys over and over again, probably because of me, you know. So I was just focused on building myself, my mental, my mindset, my growth, self-growth. I read a lot of books about dating. It's also, there's a lot of different guys that actually happened to me, but like I said, all of them, I feel like it's just one thing: sex. Nothing better than that. And because I don't have any support system, especially family or friends, I know, because I constantly moving, I don't talk to anyone that much. So now I don't have anyone to actually protect me from these guys. And let me tell you, I think I did not download a dating app since 2021, and I downloaded dating app in 2023. Right now 2025, right? So yeah, I went out, started dating, but this time it's completely different. I was building myself. I built my career, my finance, that I would never think like, oh, I'm gonna find my husband that's successful so he can take care for me, because I've been that person, right? I understand that it's like, now you guys not gonna hurt me because I have what I needed, which is the most important thing, is finance. So for that, yeah, I came out super strong. I was really, my list become more picky, more selective, because before I was date any guys that, you know, have their mind driven, all that stuff, but not like CEO level. But right now, because I started my company, I was focusing on building myself. So for this time in 2023, I was like, I only want to date a guy that have his own business and also successful. And I have a specific list that if they're not matching the criteria that I'm looking for, I'm not gonna go out with them. So yeah, I started going for a day, but before any dating, I would always do FaceTime or actually call them through the app. I think Hinge, they have that feature before, but right now they changed everything. So I called this guy. I was telling him, what are you looking for? I'm just looking for a long-term relationship. You know, if you're not looking for the same thing, don't waste my time. So when I come up really strong, these guys, they love it a lot, because they also picky, because, you know, depends on their level, depends on their career and finance status. They're looking for the same thing. But the thing is, now I change, because before I'm only tell like I'm only date one people at a time, but this time it changed, baby. I was like, are you okay with me dating multiple people? You know, I mean dating, or I mean like meeting multiple people, not dating. Like dating It's just one guy, but I'm talking about like talking to different people at the same time until we actually become officials and getting serious. Then only date one person at a time, and they all agree. They all okay with that, right? So I'm not like, I don't want to waste my time with one person anymore. I just want to meet or talk to different people, and then if we match and we're continuing to a relationship, then it's time for us to like just focus on our relationship. Yeah, so they're all cool. I met this guy. He is an attorney. He drove all the way from Orange County to actually come to LA to see me, right? He make all the plans. But the thing is, there's a story about these guys that they used to date Vietnamese. Ex-girlfriend was Vietnamese, or is Vietnamese. So either they still have that kind of love for these Viet girl, and now I'm not a Viet girl, so they just like really into me. But at the same time, they have the certain expectation because these Viet girls in the past are either Vietnamese Americans or whatsoever. I am Vietnamese, born and raised in Vietnam, so I'm just a little bit different, right? I'm more conservative. I'm more a little bit of like old soul whatsoever. I didn't match with them that much, and then later, at least, I'm just letting you know, the sex wasn't good with that attorney, guys. It's like, come on, no. He was tall, he was 6'2", but the sex wasn't good. He's selfish. I even drove like an hour to surprise him, and then he was like, please don't do it again. I'm like, oh, okay. But then it can be a little bit sad, right? But I overcome quickly because I already know how these game play, how these guys work. And I met another guy that it's like have his own pilot or aviation company, but he was short. He was not attractive to me at all. So after I went out with Dave for maybe like 1 or 2 days, I'm really like, I don't think we work. I kind of cut them off. And I met another guy at the same time with talking with attorney. He's like 6'3", he's really tall, but he's like, he took me to a small bites. He didn't even want to take me to dinner. And then the second time he took me to a comedy show. So I'm like, you didn't even ask me. I wasn't really enjoy that show at all. So, and then I was like, okay, maybe I'm really like the other guy, the attorney get better. So I did not really answer that guy, even though they are all CEO, right? Yeah, and then end up that this guy that which just did not work with me, so end up none of them. And later I went out with this guy at the end of 2023, but it wasn't work out either. So he was also cheap. He wasn't have his own company, so it's a pass, right? And then I just stopped dating. I just like, I'm so tired with dating app. I went out for a party for Halloween, and I met this guy through a party. He was so into me, and we did talk for like hours after the party. But he was just playing games. He only 40. He just didn't have his shit together. Even though, like I said, I don't care a man if you are so successful or like getting there. As long as you have the intention to getting there, I'm here with you to build with you something. But I feel like he lied with me from the beginning, that he was like, oh, I have an Amazon business, but later no. And then we just playing game. And then also our timeline didn't match, so he moved to a different city, and I was like, oh, I also want to move there too, but not right now, right? So we were trying a little bit like long dating, but he was just playing games so much. Probably he was really occupied with his life. His communication wasn't good. So I was like cut him off a few times, but then, you know, he apologized after I actually traveled there. And then it just, the same shit happened, you know, they lied about whatever, so I'm just cut him off. And yeah, my dating life has just been like that. It's just like either I'm so picky, I haven't met anyone, or the relationship wasn't good, or, and I told most of the time, like, I know you guys only want one thing, it sucks. Because for men, sex is some form of validations to see if you're attracted to them or you like them whatsoever. Also some form of connections that they want to feel your body, feel your energy, feel if you guys match. blah blah blah, and also avoid that friend zone, because after taking you guys, for especially these women, out for a long time, and they don't want to step into dating, and now these guys recognize that it's waste of their time and money, and there's so many different reasons that they want to have sex with these women. I mean, I do get it, you know. Later, when I understand how important of sex is, I'm like, I think no, because you know why? Because the guy that I met at Halloween party, he was the first guy that made me come. Okay, because we were so connected in emotional level that it's just like I'm so into him, even though he doesn't have his career together or financially successful. But because of emotionally connected, I was able to actually really bonding with him. Yeah, so that's the reason why I was really actually miss him because of that. Otherwise, I'm like, nah, you're just another guy that broke that. Also because probably he's a fuckboy, so he's been doing that with a lot of people or whatsoever. So at least I'm like, oh, so now I do understand how I'm supposed to be treated, and also how I'm supposed to feel in sex. So now I also gonna expect different dating in the future, gonna do same thing for me. If you're not deliver that type of experience that I have with this guy, then we're not moving forward, because you know sex is really important in a relationship. I'm also more open-minded after 2 years not dating, and I'm just have a different perspective about dating, sex, life, and how I deliver my message and everything else. So I improve, I change. But anyhow, they have to really be honest about what they do. If I feel like there's a certain form of lying about their identities, it's not gonna work, because I'm looking for a successful guy. If you're not successful, don't act like you are successful if you're not, right? Just tell me, you know, just tell me, like, I'm not looking for a rich boyfriend. I'm looking for a rich mindset guy that I can build a future with. So for that, I already dropped my stand-up for him. Like, it's not a CEO, but now he's lie about his job, and he's just a bartender. I do respect people who actually hustling different job, because I was hustling in different career in order to support my career or my degree. But the thing is, lying to me from the first place is already a wrong decision that you make. And I already dropped my stand-up for you, a lot of stuff, and now you're hurting me because you were just playing these games. You're not really mature yet to even settle down, even though you're 40. So I have to skip them, you know? Even though it really hurt. I was like, damn, I really enjoy the sex, but at the same time, you have no shit together, you know? And I went out with different guys in Vegas. Oh my God. So many horror movie. I just don't want out with 2 guys. But also, there's another pattern for me, because I grew up in a violence family, like I mentioned with you from the beginning. I can sense the way how guy treated me, the way the mind, how the mind work, how the behavior works. If you have any type of toxic behaviors, attitudes, I'm not gonna continue a relationship with you, because I don't want to experience that anymore in my life, any single minute. Because I work on myself, not to repeat my mom's mistake, to be like nagging. I'm here supporting you, so I want you to respect me, sweet, talk to me, not like manipulative, but it's like be kind, be respect, be gentle, not yelling, not all that stuff. And we have to stay in the same level of mindset for entrepreneurships, for life, goals, visions, and all that stuff. You know, you cannot want like to have a successful life and be so rich to help so much more people than when these guys just want an average life. So that's how it doesn't work. It's imbalance, and that happened to me. And then, yeah. I just like feel like I don't want to date anymore, but I still I didn't give up on love, you know what I mean? And then after I moved back from Vegas, I did change my location to LA to meet guys in LA. So, but then there's the behavior and certain again, like, oh, meet me here, and then all that stuff is like a low-key kind of effort to try to get me out there to hook up with them, try to sweet talk, but blah blah blah. I'm like, I already did what you got a long time ago. If you're not being serious, or you're not successful, or don't have your stuff together, I don't want to waste time with you. I have a business to build. I have so much people to help. Why am I wasting time with you when you spend no effort and energies into these type of relationship? And then it's so funny. I met this guy, even talking on the FaceTime, or not FaceTime, but it's video call, right? And then he's like, oh, whenever you in LA, let me know, blah blah blah. I told him, I'm not gonna drive to LA to see guys. If you want to see me, come to Vegas to see me. And most of the time, it's like different women or the other people. I'm like, oh yeah, if a guy really like you, he'll fly there to see you. Vegas and LA are just an hour away. People even fly across the country to see each other. I'm not expecting you to fly for the first time, but it's like, you know, if I still living there and then we really like each other by talking, yeah, I'm also expect you to come and see me, and later I'm gonna come and see you. But it's all about like, oh, I'm gonna go there, are you gonna like stay with me, are you gonna sleep with me? I'm like, no honey, no. So yeah, I actually moved back to LA, and then he's like, okay, let's meet up soon. I'm like, I'm not gonna drive, so if you're coming to OC, let me know. And I was sick, and so I told him, like, you know, I have to reschedule, or I just wanted to let you know I'm sick, but tomorrow if I feel better, I hope we can go out. And he's like, oh, I'm feeling sick too, maybe I have to reschedule. I don't want to like flecky on you. Okay, I get it. But then later he's like, oh, I'm feeling better now. He didn't tell me where to go, what time we're gonna go, where we're gonna go. He's like, I'm feeling better now, how about we go get boba? Honey, me getting boba for a date? That is like a high school date, okay? Not even like a serious relationship date. What are you thinking? I like boba dates. It's gonna be our first time meeting, and I don't think we're gonna go boba dates. I hope that it's like gonna be more proper, and he's agreed. But it's like, it's just that type of keep talking about all that stuff. So I kind of like, it's not gonna work out. And I feel like he just want to get laid, you know. I was like, oh, I'm so pissed. But anyhow, I matched with different guys, and we did a phone call. He's like, oh my god, you're gonna be my future wife, blah blah blah. Now I'm like, yeah, I keep saying, I don't trust any of this. And technically, he didn't tell me about, oh, you know, I do my own business with all these, I'm gonna like expanding my companies, blah blah blah. I experienced with a lot of lies, even though I met a guy that actually have a business, but it doesn't match with different things. Dating is kind of match with a whole combination. So later we talk, we exchange like WhatsApp or whatsoever, because I never actually give my phone number to a guy that I never met before. So technically, I asked him, are you gonna come to OC to see me? Because now I'm no longer living in LA. When I moved back, I live in Orange County. And he's like, oh, you're gonna be in LA anyway, so let's meet here. I'm like, no, I told you already, I'm not gonna go there. I want to actually test if he gonna come to see me, because I remember when I still live in LA, the attorney guy, he drove all the way from OC, Huntington Beach, to LA to pick me up, and drove me to Santa Monica to go to a perfect date. He feed me well. It's like a whole dinner that's really fancy, and also like order full course, everything. And you tell me to come here. I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe you going away from me when I'm in LA anyway, so I'm gonna go to convention. So he disappeared, right? And I matched with different guys, and this guy is like compliments on me, all that stuff. We met 2 times, and I would say Right now, I don't really know if I trust guy anymore, because they always say like, I'm looking for a marriage, I'm looking for this. But at the same time, I have to be skeptical in terms of sleeping with any guys right now that early, because all you guys want are sleeping or fucking. I get it. We need to actually test before step into a relationship to see if we actually physically attracted to each other or not. Yeah, because the thing is, here's the thing that didn't work between me and the attorney guys. He'll have a little bit behavior of something that I did not expect. At the same time, like I told you, the sex wasn't good. He was selfish. He didn't do anything for me. And then he snored, which is something I'm not looking for, because I cannot sleep. Anyhow, so that, and after that happened with that guy, that is really like the one that who make me came. So I'm like, okay, I do want to have the guy that is like treat me good, successful, all the list, but also gonna make me come, right? So, but then also need to be me emotionally attracted to them first before having that happen. Because if I'm not feeling emotionally attracted to you or any guys, it's not gonna happen, because I'm not feeling good. And I just want to deliver that message to a lot of people, even the guy, but it's just like they don't understand. They think like, oh, if I rejected to have sex with them because I'm not into them, or I'm just trying to play games. But I'm like, I'm not, because I've been giving a lot of myself to these guys, and end up it's like not going anywhere, because first of all, they wasn't looking what I was looking for, and the sex wasn't match, or they have a certain behavior that I don't see that gonna become my potential partner in the future because of these toxic behaviors, right? So I was really bouncing back between two guys. The other guy that it's like, oh, you're gonna be in LA anyway, he just be on me for like a whole month. And then there's another guy that was dating, he just did not set up the time to meet me, even though we did met twice, we have a great conversation, I do like him, but it's like he didn't give me the time. And I'm right now at this point in my life, I've been doing business, I just have no time that if someone doesn't respect my time. I respect their time, and I hope that they can respect my time. I'm not a type of person that actually like, meet me here, meet me there, because who's gonna pay for my bills? My bill is like 10 grand a month. If you're not even pay for my bills, why you demand my time out of nowhere? Because both people making time to see each other is, maybe he make more money than me, but at the same time, we taking the time from our work to not making money to see each other, and I think that it's already balanced. But at the same time, if you have no respect for my time for the first place, you will never actually respect my time. Even though maybe later he gonna be the provider, but I feel like in the relationship, two people are gonna respect each other. I'm building my own career, I'm building my own passions. I'm not the type of woman that actually hanging around doing nothing and not making money and wait for a rich guy come save my life. I've been living solo here in America for the last 10 years, paying for my triple educations, 8 years in school, over at least $400,000 for my tuition fees. Why do you have time to hang out with you if we not become a thing? And also you provide for me, right? So yeah, anyhow, the guy that actually disappeared on me a month came up really strong. He was lying about his old identity and trying to love bombing me. It's like, I told you, like, give me your number, let's stop playing these games, you're gonna be my first and my last. Oh my god, he was love bombing because he couldn't get me like a month ago. So now he's like, and I asked him, are you gonna come to see me, OC to see me? He's like, how about I order you a lift? I'm like, okay, now you become a gentleman. Okay, that's acceptable. And I was kind of like cool down a little bit because he changed, right? And yeah, we exchanged number, and we stopped. One day before that, he was like texting the whole night, just get into his head, right? So he was like, I'm gonna be your future husband. I'm building a house right now. I'm sharing with you one of my biggest projects in my life. So because I'm serious between us, about us, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go all in. Like, you're gonna be my blah blah blah. So I was like, oh my gosh, a guy sharing a project about his house, about us. Is this even real? I mean, half believe but half not. So but the thing is, he was like sweet talk the whole time. I'm like, cannot see you tomorrow, my love, you deserve everything, my queen, you deserve the world, I would do everything for us, blah blah blah, you don't have to do anything, this is gonna be your new lifestyle, new norms, enjoy your life, because my company gonna take off. Oh my god, I was like, okay, I do believe you, but at the same time I don't. And then, okay, I was so excited because of these type of love bombing. I'm like, oh my god, maybe I found my husband. Oh my god, so silly me, guys. Anyhow, I spent from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. to get ready for my eyelashes, 200, right? My hair, another $50. My dress, almost $80. I did not do my nails. My skincare, another 100, and then whatsoever, it's like almost $400. So let's see, 200, 80, 280, 50, 320, and another thing, skincare, almost 500. Time also, like, time is money. I spent that much, it's like at least 500. And then someone actually at the hair salon was like, what if that guy actually sent the photos of somebody else's house to you to lie about? And I'm like, oh my god, I don't know, maybe he lied about it, but who knows? If it's true, I don't care to spend this much money to, like, have a future with someone to have a house. Stupid me. And it was like, oh my god, I've been running around from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. right now to get ready, right? So I'm already spending this much. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a loss. Like, trust me. They would like say something. I was like, oh, maybe they wasn't happy for me. But dude, I went there. He did send me a place. Oh, we're gonna meet me here first at the bar. I was like, look at the bar. I was like, oh, maybe it's just like a pregame or something before getting in dinner. The bar wasn't actually fancy. It was in Beverly Hills. It's somewhere like cheap bar. I went there first before him, so I went to the restrooms, and then when I get out, he's like so into me, like so love bombing. I'm like, oh my god, to finally see you, you're so beautiful. Sweet talk, start talking about family, future, and all that stuff. Like, I called my dad because I think I met my wife, blah blah blah. These type of sweet talk, love bombing, it's created, make you feel like you're gonna be his future wife. Where you gonna get married, how many kids you want, my life, my this and that, you deserve everything, blah blah blah. Bro, I was so like butterfly because he was so close to me. I was like, usually I never feel this way, but I'm like, oh my god, this is even real right now. It's like a dream. My body was like running, chemistry, all that stuff. And then, you know what, he ordered for me like one drink. I was already like, what? Always the other guy. Take me to a nice dinner, and you here talking about future and like just not. Even I had to ask him like, can I order food because I'm hungry? I was like, yeah, you can order something. He didn't even want to order a proper food. And I was like, can I order fries? He was like, yeah, you can order fries. So I did order. Right, so yeah, but it's like, oh, we're gonna eat here and then go back to my place. I'm gonna show you the house that we're working on. Then I go back to my place, wait for my friends, and we're gonna go meet my friends in Hollywood Hills, like a nice place, some mansions, whatever. It's like he gives you all these fake scenarios, so for you to really like think that you're gonna build something with his future, right? And adding friends on the first time, it's also like, oh, because I'm serious about you, so I'm gonna tell you, share with you my friends. And I was like, meeting your friends, are you gonna meet them? Or like, no, us, you have to say us, okay? I'm like, okay. like I told you, I just did not really relieve him. And later he told me he's a veteran, he's army. I'm like, oh my god, I used to really like guy from from military. He was like, see, that's why we be together, blah blah blah, I help so much people. I'm like, oh my god, you are my dream guys now, if you actually even exist or real. Anyhow, so when he paid, he actually put his credit card down for me, couldn't see his name at all. So later, so it's like, after, I'm still hungry, girl. It's like I left that place starving, and I was like, why is this place, we was there the whole time, we didn't even go to different restaurants to eat. I'm like, I'm already semi pissed. But now, because he brought me to the house, he drive me there, he talked sweet talk. I even share with him my big projects to work on. He's like, what are you missing right now when you're not working? I'm like, oh, finance. I'm like, yeah, put that on. I mean, I'm gonna put my company on it, help you put money. How much is that the money you need? I'm gonna do it for you, don't worry. I'm like, really? Stupid me, guys. I'm dreaming, right? So he drove me to the place that actually I do aware of that area, because actually I took my mom to the church close by. So I was like, oh my god, it's crazy, it's like close to where I used to go to the church. Is it even a destiny? I said, of course, see, this is how we meant to be. And he stopped there, he drove a fucking Tesla, right? And he's like, walk out of the house, he's like, this is gonna be our future house, 6 bedrooms, 7 bath, blah blah blah. And start kissing me. I'm like, this is gonna be our future, my queen. Telling you the story right now give me want to choke. So I was like running a lot of stuff in my head. Am I dreaming right now, or what's going on? But I wasn't really buying in, but I do a little bit, right? So yeah, we start kissing, and I was like, okay, let's get back to my place, waiting for my friend to chill a little bit before like going out. I was like, okay. But when he started driving me to his area, and his old ass apartment, or the area was really old, I was like, what is this? At the same time, I'm like, oh my god, it's okay, maybe he's just saving money right now to like buy his house or his career, which is like, I drop a lot of money for myself to really build my career, so I never have an intention to judge anyone. But then when he drove me back there, he was like, oh yeah, I always rent a Tesla, or rent or lease the, especially Tesla, so it's like I can change. I'm like, oh yeah, I do that all the time. And then when I went to his place, it's like, it's old, but I'm not like I said, I'm not judging. Its look is like comfy, cozy. So, and then we start chilling a little bit. I'm like, oh, are we gonna go to your friends soon? Because like I said, I will never go back to anyone's house anymore, because you're trying to get laid. But I was like, and then we started kissing, all that stuff, and I did not want to even have sex with him, right? But then it's happened, because he was manipulating me the whole time for thinking like he completely gonna build a future with me. And even though I didn't really want it, but it's happened, because he is like forcing me. I couldn't go anywhere, I'm trapped at his place, I don't have a car to even run. I was just in the denial or belief that it's like, we're gonna build something together. And who knows, he's been doing that with a lot of people for a year now, and every day is a new woman come back to his place. And I was so disappointed myself, because now I had sex with someone that I did not intentionally to do that with, and hurting myself because I cut the other guy, right? But not because it's like, oh, I see this guy so I cut him off, because the other guy didn't give me the time that professionally. So I see he wasn't serious about dating me. And then seeing this guy, it's just like, oh, we missed each other last month, so now you maybe phase bring us back together. And I actually now have to go test it, and something happened to me, because this dude was forcing me to do it without even me wanting to do it. I was like, we're not going to your friends. And I was like, oh, the car right here, and they left. So all these combined with everything he lied, and then later I found out that the house wasn't him. It's bought by a company, and then he doesn't have a business. He doesn't have anything. So just imagine if I knew all of this, I would not go back to his place to have sex with him. I didn't even want to go to his place to begin with. I just went there like because I cannot go anywhere, right? So I was really disappointed in myself, and I feel like it's what happened to me 10 years ago. It's happened again. So I just want to doing this video and tell you guys all of this. Men at the end of the day, the only thing they want is sex, and it's really hard right now in this 2025 to really find a serious relationship. That someone can wait for you, be patient for you to say yes, to really have sex with them because they really in love with you. And I was just like, wasn't sure if I can find love anymore. And I thought one guy that was waiting for me because I cut him off that can come back and do the same thing for me. But we almost have sex because I told him I'm not feel comfortable. And he said, I'm not going to do anything to you, I promise. And it's the same thing, you know? And right now he's hot and cold to me. I don't know why. But I'm not here playing these games with any man. And because, like I told you, I can dress up, look fancy, and go out and like get some guy buy me stuff. There are so many men in this world or my lifetime that I've been rejected because, you know, either they married, either they have kids, they older than me, either they single but older than me. I've been rejected so many of them because I just want to find my soulmate. But it's so fucking hard to do that now today with all these dating apps, with all these lies and all that stuff. Sometimes I'm not losing faith in finding love, but at the same time I'm just sharing my experience to letting you guys know having a community, having a strong career, finance and business or support system is one of the most important things as a woman what we should have or we need. And for me right now to even sitting here and making a joke, because let me tell you, I have a supportive community from my business. Right now I don't let any guys hurt me anymore, even though I did in the last few months moving back here. I already experienced so many shits happen to me, right? The end of the day, they just want to have sex with you. I understand, I do want to have sex with the person I really in love with or really like with and build a future with them, but I don't have an intention to just have sex with them just for a one night stand or just for fun, because I want to keep it special. And I hope that some people out there understand this point of view of mine. Or maybe, you know, there's a lot of Americans women out there, I'm like, oh, maybe woman, I'm sorry, it's not American. Women out there have a strong sex drive that you guys just want to do whatever, once a week, once a day,